Mahr Park is exactly the type of park we need today. Many parks interpret natural history but neglect the cultural history. Mahr Park, by including a library, artists, and the history of our long-standing stewardship of our resources, is going to provide that cultural history that will enrich the natural history and also inspire the next generation to go out and expand that legacy. So I think it's a perfect example of the type of parks of the future and what we need for the 21st century.
To Mahr Park and the citizens of the state of Kentucky, I wish you the best in moving forward. The realization of what it takes is everyone has to have a seat at the table and everyone has to represent what their priority is. However, everyone will be challenged to be as good a listener as they are a communicator, and working together to come up with a joint effort where you can identify the objectives and make those the priorities that give you the why of why the group is getting together, of why you're endeavoring on this purpose, and how you're going to get to the end. It's a long and winding road, but that's where the adventure is, and the experience that everyone has to offer will be the key to finding the answers and the solutions to what you're striving to achieve. Again, I wish you the best, and I can't wait to hear how the story ends.
Well, I think Mahr Park is another great opportunity to protect a special place, and the importance of bringing people to recognize how special that place is, I think will enable the the park to succeed. Because once the community recognizes the value and makes a commitment to protecting that value, then the work of, um, of establishing and operating that park will become much easier. So, like at Lake Darling, they had a community that recognized the value and worked hard to raise the money, to volunteer, to do whatever they could do to see that that park was rededicated, that the lake was restored, that the water quality was improved. I think that's a good example that Mahr Park could use to try to ensure that that special piece of land is available for current and future generations to enjoy.
So I believe that places like Mahr Park are important precisely because they maintain spaces for people to come and learn, to experience each other and also nature. Not that humans are not nature, but to learn that humans are nature and to really internalize that. We have such a divide, a bifurcation of nature and culture in our thinking in our society, and it's a false divide, and it's a really harmful divide. And so it's essential for people to have places like this where they can come to learn about themselves as part of nature, and that they can also learn to internalize how the land works and how it functions. And sometimes, as I understand the plan for this place, sometimes it will be learning how to do work. And um, work is absolutely essential. Learning how to use one's hands, learning how to use one's mind, that kind of work is really essential. And then sometimes it will be contemplation. Sometimes it will be a combination of all of those things. Sometimes it will be a more passive experience of the land, and sometimes it will be working hand in hand with it.
I'll tell you, any group that comes together to help create outdoor space that creates support for wild places where people can breathe fresh air and really enjoy nature and all that it has to offer, it's a noble thing to do, and it's an exciting thing to do. And when it's done right, it can really mean an awful lot to people in different ways at a very personal level that you can't touch in any other way. So I really encourage any effort like this that, where people are helping to keep wild places wild and to teach people the value of the nature and the outdoors experience. So we wish everyone involved with the effort with Mahr Park the very, very best. We hope this will be a successful effort and one that will inspire people to enjoy the outdoors for years to come.
As you create your 265-acre park, I think it's necessary to have a core group of people that beat with one heart, that have just one goal in mind, and that's the mission and the vision for the park. Then it all else falls together, because it's easy to take that mission and that vision and turn it into the site, the needed site work for that, and most importantly, the programming that'll go along with it. It all steps back to everybody really, truly believing in that mission. I think that if your directors get the community behind the activities that you want at Mahr Park, that it'll be smooth sailing, that you will find the finances for it, you will find the volunteerism to make this a success.
I think I would just give a word of encouragement to not discount the impact of just your existence. There are so few places where people have access to the outdoors, and that they can experience that connection. We're becoming, I'm not trying to sound like an old man shaking my fist at a cloud, but it's so easy to become disconnected from the nature that surrounds us. And so the fact that a place exists where people will be able to just be part of it is very important. And I think all of what we do, even when we're indoors, is in service of fostering that connection that is already there. Best wishes to Mahr Park, and I can't wait to hear how you develop, and that's wonderful. Can't wait to hear more.